Hey, what's going on, humans? Hopefully you're having a good day. I know I am. And as of right now, we will be taking a look at my top 15 Transformer figures of 2023. So, let's get into it. I think this was another good year for Transformers. I say it all the time, like, yeah, you guys don't know I collect Transformers, but even though I don't review them that much, but I have a massive collection. So, these are just some runner-ups, honorable mentions, whatever you want to call them. So, of course, we have Studio Series, Noah Diaz and the Exosuit. Well, Mirage's exosuit. I'm not gonna spend too much time on these guys. These are just guys that are pretty cool, but just didn't make it into the top 15. And then you have Trashmaster, which I love the Junkions, but this one, for some reason, I have more fun playing with. It's just a giant dumpster truck, and he just gives me prime Volkhead vibes. And yeah, I said vibes. Send the asteroid. Anyway, but I think he was a cool figure. And also Earthrise Grimlock. Earthspark Grimlock. So I actually do like this figure. He's actually pretty fun. He's actually voiced by Keith Davidson, so that's another plus. So of course the Arbiter is there. And then in the back we have the 2-pack with Minor Megatron and Senator Ratback. I thought this was a nice take on like an Origins Megatron, because we've seen so many things of like Orion packs and whatnot, but we rarely ever get Megatron pre the war, before the war. And then here we have Nova Prime, which it's a good use of this whole that sort of parts forming Magnus Galaxy Optimus mold, which I only have one version of that, but I'm really glad I picked this one up. But it's actually a good figure. It actually works for the mold. Might not see that mold again, but it's okay. But these are my runner-ups for the year, and now let's get into the actual top picks of the year. Starting off with number 15, this is going to be in a randomized order until we get to the number 1 top pick of the year. So starting off, we have the Commander Class Armada Optimus Prime from Legacy Evolution. Now, I'll be the first to tell you, I don't have a connection to Armada. I didn't watch it. I only came in during the Cybertron time as a kid. But still, nonetheless, this was a good figure, and I'm Optimus Prime completionist to a degree, depending on who it is. But I actually think this is a really good pickup. This is a nice Optimus Prime combining with his trailer to create the Super Optimus Prime mode, which is kind of weird to see his face like this, but I've always kept him in this mode, even though he's pretty cool. And yeah, Armada fans are going to be eating good because, you know, we got Armada Megatron is already out, and Tidal Wave just got announced, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I do like the figure. The transformation is pretty simple. I do like the combination with the trailer to make the super mode. Oh, picked him up on the wrong side. The articulation is actually pretty good on this guy. It's standard for what we're getting right now, and he even has a waist articulation, so that's something I didn't see coming. I'm actually impressed by that. As far as the trailer itself, it's pretty cool. Has a base mode if you like that type of thing. It can come in handy for, like, you know, your smaller Transformers. But yeah, this is the number 15 pick. And coming in at number 14, here we have the Big City Commander himself, Ultra Magnus, from the Studio Series 86 line, the movie. This is an impressive figure. We actually finally get an actual transforming Ultra Magnus. I love this guy very much because not only is he accurate to the movie and pretty much the cartoon as well, but I actually like that he stays together in just one solid piece. Because we know we've been getting the part swapping Magnus. It's fine if you like it, but you know, I know others want a traditional one. And also the vehicle mode on this guy is very, very fun. I mean, I kept this guy in his vehicle mode for like a month, just like putting different smaller bots inside of him because he transforms to a car carrier. And not to mention he has this cool effect of opening the chamber in his chest with the Matrix, and it's spring-loaded. So yeah, Ultra Magnus here. Well, you know, he has his gripes, but you know, he's still a good figure. I would highly recommend him. So for number 13, it's not going to be Gamer Edition Megatron, but Gamer Edition Optimus Prime. Now, unfortunately, I do not have him right now because he is in storage. Storage. Anyway, due to the move. So he will be the stand-in. I'll throw some photos up if I remember to throw some photos up of him, because I did take some of him in my truck. Yeah, that's a whole mess of things, but it's okay. As far as Gamer Edition Prime goes, Gamer Edition's kind of been iffy for its first run, but Optimus was pretty much a solid release. I like him a little bit better than the original version that came out back in 2010. Transformation is nice. He's got broad shoulders. He does not skip shoulders. He's a bulky figure. He even has a own Matrix chamber, which is pretty cool. His axe is really fun. The gun and integration with his ion blaster is pretty smart. It looks good on him. Other characters, not so much. I'm kind of iffy on the arm switching to guns on these figures because they just look a little weird depending on who you have. But yeah, the Gamer Edition Optimus is going to take the 13th spot. And number 12 is Bludgeon from Legacy Evolution. I think this is the comic universe Bludgeon. They basically just repainted Tarn, put a new head on, and gave him a sword, which this mold is actually articulated to the nines. But it's really, really, really amazing. I love him. And they just gave him a sword. But when you give it a sword, it just makes it so much better. And it fits for Bludgeon, more so than it does Tarn, honestly. I kind of wish they did remold a little things a bit different. I think they could have remolded the chest a little bit differently. But other than that, they're just minor complaints I have. This guy turned out phenomenal in these colors. It came out around the time of Halloween, which that made it a little bit perfect because, you know, the orange and the green kind of works. And yeah, the sword is painted in a nice silver. So I do appreciate this figure. I needed a Bludgeon for like the longest time, and now I actually have one that I'm cool with having. Coming in at number 11, here we have Shattered Glass Rodimus from the Rodimus G1 Decepticon Sideswipe 2-pack. That was a Pulse exclusive, I believe. Yeah, I already do like this Hot Rod mold that they used for Studio Series 86 when it first came out, and then you recolored him and gave him the Rodimus paint job, which made it 10 times better, the Shattered Glass version at least. But yeah, the transformation is still intricate as it was, pretty smart, and also I just love the paint job of him. It's a black and purple paint job, you can't go wrong with it, and that's pretty much all I have to say about it. Of course, the articulation is still going to be the same, still dynamic posing, still came with the same accessories it did, even comes with the dark version of the Matrix. So, you know, he's a pretty cool figure. Coming out on the number 10 spot is someone from Earthspark, which, yeah, didn't see that one coming. Nightshade. Nightshade is pretty fun. I made a deal to get all the Terrans, because they're interesting characters and they're new characters, so why not? And Nightshade here surprised me. I like him a whole lot better than, I think it was the drone. But yeah, Nightshade is a fun little Autobot. He actually transforms into this owl, which is kind of questionable how he does it, but he does it so well that it really works. I mean, look, he has a beautiful wingspan, and like the body of an owl, it's kind of simple. But other than that, he turned out pretty good, and he's worthy of the number 10 spot. I mean, he was a figure I couldn't really put down compared to all the other Earthspark figures I got. So yeah, Nightshade deserves to be up here, and that's actually pretty cool. Hoping that Jawbreaker and Hashtag and Thrash actually are good too. And at number 9, here we have the Studio Series 100th. He was started with number 1, and we started him off with the 100, which was only fair. Rise of the Beast Bumblebee. It's a fairly simple Bumblebee. We've seen him before, but it was just done a whole lot better this time. I think this one and Dark of the Moon really kind of worked together as far as kind of perfecting a nice Bumblebee. I like his vehicle mode from the movie, even though this version of the vehicle mode we didn't really get to like the final battle pretty much. But his articulation is really simple. The transformation is really simple for what it is. I like how the legs transform a whole lot. He could use a little bit more paint on him. And yeah, I know a lot of people don't like the head sculpt, and they did put out a better version of it. You just have to buy a whole nother figure, or be like these idiots out here who just steal the heads off of the figure in the boxes. But yeah, that's pretty much my take on this guy. He's pretty cool, a simple Bumblebee, but deserves to be on this list too. Coming in at number 8 is Studio Series 86 Deluxe Class Brawn. Muscly Autobot, even though he pretty much got shot up badly by the first few seconds of his screen time on the movie. Other than that, I'm still happy we got this guy because he's tiny, but he packs quite a punch, which that's his character. The transformation is very, very simple, but kind of fun to do. Well, not kinda, it is fun to do. I like how the legs transform. They kind of remind me of the Hound figure from War for Cybertron Siege. Just a little bit. But the transformation is a little bit interesting. He poses up really nicely. 86 is kind of getting in. Like, I mean, a lot of people have been saying we've been getting masterpiece figures at retail price, which I would consider him that. I think he's pretty cool. Brawn, yeah, really good figure. At the number 7 spot, here we have the HasLab Victory Saber. Star Saber with Victory Leo. Combine them both, you get Victory Saber. I actually love the Transformers Victory anime, It was pretty fun for me. It was my first one as far as doing the G1 continuity on the Japanese side of things. And Victory Saber and Victory Leo was actually pretty nice. Um, I did get him. I didn't back the project, but I had to pay a little bit extra to get him. Not too much, thank God. So I got him earlier in the year. As far as the transformation go, for Victory Saber and Victory Leo, I have my gripes with them, but they work together. I just feel as though I wish Victory Saber. I'm gonna keep messing their names up. I wish Star Saber was just a bit more lengthy, just a tad bit, because he kind of scales with Death Source when you combine them all together. But the combined mode looks pretty nice, and he gives me more of a Gundam vibe. So, a Gundam vibe Autobot, that's always a win. At number 6, here we have the Voyager class Starscream from the Reactivate 2-pack. I'll say this, Reactivate came out the gate at the end of the year. This one, no pun intended. These figures were pretty freaking amazing. Starscream here was a sleeper. I did not expect him to be this good as he was. The transformation is fun. His posability is great. I love the asymmetrical design of him. And I actually do like the blue-eyed Starscream. For some odd reason, it just gives me he's more like, even though we have nothing for the game except some photos, but I just feel like a mature version of Starscream like comes out of this guy. Little less trickery but I think that's the kind of type of feeling I get from this guy. He just looks so mature and like battle hardened, but kind of ready. I don't know. I just wish this game would come out already. So yeah, that's Starscream. And into the top 5, here we have Bumblebee from Reactivate 2-pack with his buddy Starscream. Like I said, they came out the gate with these figures. They're all pretty amazing, and just the thing with this Bumblebee in particular is that he's very different as far as like getting an alt mode and the transformation. It looks so G1 but movie-esque, but at the same time when I look at this Bumblebee, I get the feeling that he just looks like if this was Bumblebee as a Prime, which I know sounds like a bit of a stretch, but just the maturity in his face, the detailing and the lines in his head alone just gives me the thought of him. This would be Bumblebee as a Prime. And he's pretty tall. He's a pretty tall deluxe in this. This figure's a pretty tall deluxe compared to what we've gotten before. But this Bumblebee, you know what? I'm okay with having this in my head become like Bumblebee Prime or B Prime or whatever, but that's just me. He's just that good of a figure. The transformation is very intricate but fun as well. I've said that a lot, but it's very true. But yeah, I just love the look at this guy, and I can't stop posing him. He's just freaking amazing. And for number 4, here we have the big man himself, Optimus Flippin' Prime from Reactivate. Sorry, Soundwave's not on this list, unfortunately. But this Prime, the transformation is fun. I like how the back of the truck actually transforms and actually doesn't just leave like feet hanging out. It does it in an interesting way too. He's just robust. The transformation, and I already said the transformation, but the articulation is pretty standard too. He cleans himself up really nicely, as you can tell from like the forearms. Heck, even the backpack cleans up pretty nicely, as you can see. My only complaint is just that his chest doesn't even tab in as bitch. Oh, he even comes with a matrix chamber, which I don't know if he'll do that in the game, but everything's coming with a matrix these days, which I appreciate that. And just the chest doesn't really tab in all the way, which it doesn't look too bad from certain angles. And my other biggest complaint is that the gun is just loose, which I will have to fix that myself. But this Prime, he snuck up on me. He's pretty cool. I already knew he looked good, but like actually having him in hand, it's actually a good figure. Even this Energon X is a nice black. It's a nice black color. I like the black they added to it. I gotta stop talking about black so much. I mean, I am black, but come on now. Let's just move on. And coming in at number 3, here we have HasLab Death Source. Now, I actually did back the HasLab for this one because I missed out on Starsaber. I wasn't gonna miss out on this guy. He is the Decepticon. This guy is the Decepticon Emperor for Victory, the antagonist of Starsaber, and his transformation is good. Articulation is amazing. The chest masters are actually cool too. He comes with a lot of stuff. His throne is amazing. Every single weapon you get is there. And he transforms to like a kaiju chicken. A robotic kaiju chicken, which Of course. Of course he does. But other than that, Death Source is pretty fun. I played with him way more than I did with Star Saber, and I don't know. I just like him a bit more, which I'm usually an Autobot in this case, but I don't know. This Decepticon Emperor took over, and I think he was really, really good. And here at number 2 is the Studio Series Leader Class Optimus Primal from Rise of the Beast, and he's a Voyager size, but that leader price scale does help this guy a lot as far as the transformation, the sculpting, the articulation. Like I said, he came out magnificent. I love this Primal design as far as like a real life Prime. I do like the Beast in Rise of the Beast. I just wish we had so much more time with him. I also think that he should have fought off Scourge too at some point, but I did wish, I don't know, I have a lot of things that movie should have just done. I wish we had more time out of that movie, but enough about the movie. Transformation's fun, like I said. Articulation is on point, not just in this mode, but also the Gorilla mode. He comes with the 2 swords and the chain, which even though that was only in the trailer, he didn't actually use it in the movie. But the best thing about that is he comes with a transwarp key, which is the first time we ever got like the plot MacGuffin in toy form. Like, we're still waiting for like a Matrix and an Allspark and the pillars. And he even gave 102 his axe. So, I mean, this rhyme was pretty good. But I do wish he did have a face mask. But other than that, that's it with number 2. We're going to go on to the number 1 spot. And coming in for the number 1 spot, it's not Ludicrous, but it is Studio Series 102 Optimus Prime. This is a Buzzworthy Bumblebee exclusive that you can only get at Target right now, and or Hasbro Pulse, which I got mine from Pulse, thank God, because I have not seen this guy in person since I got him in Pulse. Never have. But he is my top figure of the year. This guy right here, the Rise of the Beast, Optimus Prime. It's from Studio Series. I love this design very much. I thought I loved the Bumblebee design better, but then when I see him, kind of makes me realize that this one is just completely more accurate. He slimmed down a little bit. Don't get me started on that back of the truck mode. That's a whole nother animal we'll tackle. I will take a sacrifice, but hey, there's upgrade kits, thank God. DNA Design, you're amazing. So the articulation is good. I like the weapons they come with. You know, they're good stand-in until we get something better. As you say, Optimus Primal does give him his axe, so thank God for that. And I also do like how the sword is painted in a nice silver. I also like how the weapons are integrated in his hands, which you just rotate the hands, and then you just plug them in. Yeah, this Optimus Prime represents a Prime that I really do like from Rise of the Beast. He's an amazing figure. I love him very much. I can't sing his praises enough. I can't put him down. I'm always posing and transforming him. I even took some pictures with him at the Arch in Missouri. I can't remember the city which the Arch is in, but I have photos for that. But yeah, he is my top figure of the year. Is Studio Series Optimus Prime from Rise of the Beast. He takes the number 1 spot. So these are my top 15 picks of Transformers for 2023. Like I said, it was a good year. I like a lot of these figures, and you know, he's the winner, of course. But yeah, I already got some new stuff for 2024. And this is actually the 40th year for Transformers, so we already know what this... We know for the most part what's coming in, but hopefully we have another good year. So that's been my review. You humans take it easy. Y'all be good to each other. I'll see you on the next one.